Hi guys, I really like this driving and talking. It's super awesome, and I think it's because when I'm driving, it's kind of an automatic unconscious muscle memory, and so like I'm doing it freely and easily, and so my brain is kind of in that mindset where I can just talk freely and easily and not have to overthink. And that's more of like a flow state, which I'll do a video on at some point. But I was thinking today that, we take in a lot of new information, and that's good. But if we're not applying the new information, then it's really useless. So it's kind of like, think of your brain as a computer or a phone, right? And we always do upgrades to our phones, or otherwise certain apps won't work, the software gets old, or you download new apps. There's all these crazy things that we do with technology. And if you're running from like Windows Vista or Windows 2000, it's just not gonna work. When you get new information, or you're trying to apply old programming to today's lifestyle, it's just not effective. That's where conflict comes in. And when conflict comes in, we get angry, or we get stressed, or we get mad, or we get resistant. So that's why it's always so important to just be open to new information that comes out and just really listening. Because when you do that, it's almost like you're downloading a new app. And sometimes apps are awesome. Like sometimes they can really make our lives easier. And the cool thing about it was we get to pick and choose. Like I can download an app and use it for a few days and be like, I don't like this isn't for me, and then let go of it. But if I didn't give it a chance, then I wouldn't have known, because I might download another app and it might be something I end up using every day and just makes my life so much easier. So when you're learning something new, you could be watching TikToks and you're like doing your healing stuff and you're like, I'm learning all this new stuff and I just don't understand, like I'm not changing. And this stuff makes sense to me, but nothing's happening. I'm not feeling better. It's because you're not applying what you're learning. And you can't download 10 apps and then just expect to use them every day. Like the brain just doesn't work that way. It's a process. And so you have to take things slow. So you have to pick and learn one thing. You have to say, okay, I'm going to download this app and I'm going to use it for a week. I'm going to actively try to use it every day and see if it makes your life easier. And then if it doesn't, you can delete the app. You don't have to keep it. But if it does, you have now made those neural pathways in your brain. Your brain is now programmed. The software is there to actively apply that skill. So I encourage you, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're just taking in a lot of information, or you're just struggling, to just take a step back and just recognize that you are a human being. You're not a computer. And it takes time to integrate new information. And it takes application. So figure out something new you want to try, right? It could be the therapy homework your therapist gave you, and really just make an active effort each day to try to incorporate that and see if you like it. See if it makes your life easier. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You don't have to keep it. You don't have to apply it. But it's so important that we have to remember that as life evolves, we must also evolve. It's kind of like, oh, well, I already went to school. I already learned stuff. That's great. Did you learn the new stuff? Did you unlearn things that you probably should have never learned to begin with? So yeah. So I want you guys to download one app this week, one new tidbit of information, actively apply it, decide if you like it, and see how that works for you. All right. In a few minutes with Mindy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.